Rip City, Portland, Oregon, the site for the Magic. With a formidable combination of size and athleticism, Paolo Banchero will look to score from the perimeter and the paint as they assemble themselves for basketball at Moda Center. Magic Blazers is next. We're back in just a moment. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Friday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Vucevic and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Payne and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Denny Avdia. Holiday out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Williams at the 5 spot. We're a good ways into the season at this point, Tim, and most of the quality teams now have found their flow, don't you think?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, lineups for the most part are set. Rotations have found their way for coaching staffs. You know exactly how you're going to try to play every night. The teams that are struggling to this point probably have some bigger issues behind the scenes.
But you can have the same names on the jersey, but every season, am I right, is different.
Every locker room is different, every supporting cast, and even the vibe of every season has a different feel to it.
Now, Payne, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Banchero inside, defended by Avdia, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Portland shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. That free throw good from Lillard. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan towering in the paint. And Charles Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. The talented Paolo Banchero came up early in the conversation, and he told me Paolo is basically a 6'10" point forward. That presents matchup issues. We'll have to put our best wing defender on him, and even he will need some help. Banchero has incredible skills for his size. That is what makes him so good. Kevin, back over to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Now, here's Lillard. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. That shot misses. Suggs with some nice defense. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Suggs against Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
The Magic have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Suggs kicks to Carter. No good from outside. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Wagner. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Suggs. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Suggs. Another miss by Orlando. Grant outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Gotta know where Grant is at all times. He loves wiggling free from that corner.
Van Carroll looking around. Shot to stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And Orlando making a change here. Wagner's checked in. Holiday against Bain. And Holiday kicks to Avdia. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Bain. Count it. Bain's got his second bucket of the night.
And Bain likes using his strength on those physical plays, proving just how tough he is.
So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Warriors.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Well, there's no hiding the fact they didn't play their best. They had a couple of runs, but they just couldn't really string anything together consistently.
Orlando, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Suggs kicks to Bain. Inside. And finished off by Wagner.
Yeah, Bain has really good passing instincts. He can spot those gaps in the defense.
Portland trailing here. Pass to Williams. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Holiday dishes to Lillard. Grant on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target. Grant's got 6 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Wagner. Hasn't made one yet. Misses from close range. Suggs against Lillard. A fader. And that one is good. Lillard's got his third basket of the night right there.
Man, that jumper on balance and on point. Lillard working over that medium range area.
Suggs kicks to Wagner. Over Grant. Carter outside. Fires from deep. And he's good on the three ball.
And Carter Jr. just understands that a big like himself needs to be able to knock down that triple. Nice job there.
Outside Holiday. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got his fourth rebound in this one. Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Now here's Lillard. Jalen Suggs unable to get his last shot to go. Williams a screen on Bain. Shot clock at 5, and that one drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Anthony Black's checked in for Jalen Suggs. some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Let's highlight them. Fourth, Damian Lillard.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wagner, right side. Pass to Carter. Launches it. That's good from Wagner on the assist from Carter.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Here's Lillard following the three from Franz Wagner. Lillard, the pass to Grant. Williams sets a screen for Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Jeremy Grant, look at those ups.
Orlando's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now Black. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. That one goes. Count it. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 1. To the paint. He's looking for Williams and finds him.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Here's Wagner, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Out to the wing. Black in the post, covered by Lillard. He was all alone on that one. Bane's got 8 points.
When you look at his numbers, Desmond Bane is historically good from three-point.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For the Trailblazers, Toumani Camara. He's checked in for Grant. And it's Sharp in for Drew Holiday. Trailblazers shooting an impressive 60% early. Avdia with a screen for Lillard. Five on the clock. Shot from the wing. Williams kicks to Avdia. Williams dishes to Lillard. Back to Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Bane passes to Black. Back to Bane. Carter with a screen on Sharp. Williams with the block. And now Portland on the break. Nobody near Lillard. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And that's a huge body down low. When Carter Jr. gets that kind of position, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Here's Lillard. His last outing, he had 24 points. There's a screen by Williams. Lillard outside. Just 5 on the clock. Black grabs the board.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, the Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that." Back to you, Kevin.
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie. And Tim, it came out this past summer that the Trailblazers were for sale.
And with the entirety of the proceeds of that sale going to charitable causes, and with franchise values skyrocketing league-wide, a lot of good is going to come from this transfer.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Here's Black, outside, Bain, and it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Klingon comes in for Williams, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Avdija. The Trailblazers with the lead. Lillard outside. There's a screen by Kamara. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Scoot Henderson's checked in for Matisse Thybulle.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Bain against Henderson. Bain with it. Shoots over Henderson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
The Magic trail by 5. And so in the game for the Magic, Wagner is out there with Goga Bitadze. Then there's Black. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's De Silva in at the small forward.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Thybulle can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Black. Pass to Wagner. Outside, Bain. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Portland leading by 3. Up top, Klingon. Now Henderson. They get a hand on it. Outside, Bain. Here's Sharp. He drains the quick shot. Sharp's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, making it look routine. This is why Sharp's guys encourage him to look for that shot.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Right wing. Here's Black. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Portland has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Thibault kicks to Henderson. No good from 11 feet. The Magic trail by 5. Now Black. Wagner outside. And they double up Wagner. De Silva drills the three-pointer.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Henderson passes to Sharp. Back to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. No one near him. And he hits the jump shot. Henderson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So for the Trailblazers, Grant, he's checked in for Klingon. Holiday comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Lillard subbed in for Henderson. And the Magic making a change here as well. Suggs is checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the wing right side. And a miss there on the triple. And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. They host the Clippers after this game. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. The kick out to Bane. Shoots over Lillard. The Magic again can't hit. Portland has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. From outside, off the mark. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Suggs. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Tim, with the length and agility that Jeremy Grant possesses, he can be a tricky matchup.
Yeah, his shooting percentages have tailed off a bit of late, but for a former second-round pick, he's having a tremendous career.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA, but now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player. Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
The Magic trail by 5. Now, here's Bane. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Pass to Black. Back to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Now, Black from downtown. Rebounded by Kamare. Kicks it out to Grant. And shot on the way. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Well, this team is just better when Jeremy Grant takes an active role at the offensive end.
Orlando's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Sharp. Here's Suggs. And they'll get another chance. Here's Bitadze. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Robert Williams is checked in for Portland. The Magic also changing it up. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Mo Wagner. And it's Franz Wagner in for Anthony Black. The Magic trail by 9. And here is Suggs. He's got 5. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And for such a young team, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
Now here's Williams. 9 points last game. Three-pointer, Lillard, and Desmond Bain pulls it down.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Pass to Suggs. Knocks down the 3-ball. Now it's just a 3-point Portland lead.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Holiday, the pass to Lillard. Inside, and Williams throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Wagner. Outside, Bain. Bitadze, a screen on Holiday. Bain kicks to Wagner. Buries it down low. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
And using that size inside to find the look. Nice work there by Wagner.
Holiday with it. 17 points for him last game against Detroit. At the top of the key, Williams. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Diaz checked in for the Trailblazers. And we were talking about, Tim, the front office, the Blazers very pleased with their internal development.
Well, the pieces fit. They're not just young players looking to score, but you have guys who are willing to defend and make hustle plays. That's how you build a winning culture.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. 5 on the clock. Here's Bain.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
And no good. Avdia, the pass to Holiday. Avdia, a screen on Bain. Outside Holiday. There's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pistons. Banchero, a screen on Lillard. And Wagner has it in the corner. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Holiday throws it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Suggs against Lillard. Holiday, a screen on Suggs. Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Magic.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Here's Suggs. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Grant gets a wide open look. Misses the follow-up. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Trailing here by 8.
And what you love about Bain is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
The first free throw is good. And Orlando making a change here. Wagner's checked in. And Bain drops them both.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Grant outside. Back to Lillard. Puts up a 3. Franz Wagner grabs the miss.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Suggs against Lillard. Suggs passes to Banchero. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
And you look at Lillard. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Back to you.
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
1:24 left in the second quarter. Tim, how do you look at Advia's game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Now, here's Banchero. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Golden State Warriors.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Now here's Lillard. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in. Williams sets a screen for Holiday. Buries it from three-point range. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, he's raising the stakes here in the second quarter and being more efficient in the process.
Banchero outside. And finished off by Banchero.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Now Lillard, 18 points for him. Suggs with some nice defense. And that does it for the first half of play. Trailblazers out in front, up by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Portland Trailblazers.
I love how they've kept the ball moving. Make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean hot potato because they're burning that D.
Whoa, Ernie.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
I always like these matchups because even though you're not always guarding each other, you're thinking, okay, you did that, now watch me do this.
Just like you and Kenny here in the studio.
Oh, no, you haven't.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
The Magic trail by 9. They've got Jeremy Grant. Avdia out there with Rob Williams. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Now, here's Suggs. Payne finds Wagner. Offline with his 3. Grant with the ball. Defended now by Wagner. Fires the 3. No good from Grant. And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for Orlando. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34 you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. Good on both. Portland leading by 7. Outside Holiday. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Avdia's got 6.
Yeah, for his position, Grant is a solid ball mover. He looks for chances to facilitate.
Suggs with a screen for Bain. Pass to Banchero. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Bain, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And Holiday kicks to Lillard. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And Wagner has it in the corner. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Grant.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Suggs. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And that is their first make of the 3rd. Let's see if that gets them going.
Trailblazers leading by 14. Outside Holiday. Pass to Williams. Floats it up for Grant. Bain with the steal. Carter with it. Williams picks him up. Carter, the pass to Wagner. Grant against Wagner. Avdia can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one is good from Suggs.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Lillard, the pass to Holiday. Here is Williams. Lillard outside. There's the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Outside, Suggs. Pass to Bain. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And don't sleep on Baines' ability to go right to the rack. That'll happen more often than not.
In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Grant outside. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Now, here's Suggs. He's got 17. Here's Banchero. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Banchero's got 14.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Here's Orlando now. They've got an 8-0 run. Suggs passes to Bain. Back to Suggs. And the layup's good off the glass. 19 points for Jalen Suggs.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
Lillard against Suggs. Abdia, a screen on Suggs. Here's Lillard. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Wagner outside. Trying to get open his puck, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Wagner.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at Orlando. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season.
And I think for the Magic, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
Well, inconsistency is the word. Sometimes they'll lose a game they probably should have won, and they show you how hard it is to sustain success in this league.
Now, Banchero, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Banchero dishes to Carter. Can't hit from in close. Trailblazers leading by 4. And Holiday has it in the corner. Williams, a screen on Bain. The shot by Holiday, no good. Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Holiday after the missed 3 from Desmond Bain. And the slam by Williams.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Orlando.
The Magic trail by 6. Now, here's Suggs. 19 points in the game. Wagner finds Carter. Fires the 3. And it's Wagner missing. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've been in the zone for mid-range all game long, and they've made the most of any chance they've found in that space.
And they have left the defense scrambling because they have found success in the paint, which has allowed them to play inside out.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Sharp's checked in, and a switcher also for Orlando. Anthony Black's checked in for Suggs. The Magic have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. He misses the free throw.
And a big man who can do a little bit of everything. Banchero's future is certainly bright.
Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside, Avdia. To the middle, here's Sharp. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist in the game.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Orlando's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Banchero against Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. Wagner, a beautiful reverse layup. Wagner's got 9.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Sharp, the pass to Holiday. Back to Sharp. Williams sets a screen for Sharp. A three-pointer off the mark. The Magic trail by 6. Black kicks to Wagner. Pass to Banchero. Here's Black. Wagner from long range. Portland grabs the miss. Grant's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 7. Black the pass to Bain. Wagner against Grant. And that one's good, Wagner. Wagner's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, Wagner in attack mode there.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. That shot wide open. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Carter with a screen on Sharp. Wagner wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Avdia. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Avdia's got 11 points.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Scoot Henderson comes in for Drew Holiday. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Mo Wagner comes in for Wagner. Here's Black. Banchero left side. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Anderson looking it over. Outside, Avdia. And it's off from three-point range. The Magic trail by 5. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Banchero's got 20 points.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Bain with the steal. For the tie. And it's laid in by Banchero. And it's now 22 points for Paolo Banchero. The Trailblazers shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Pass to Clingan. Outside, Avdia. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. 13 points in the game.
And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
Now, here's Banchero. 22 points for him. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp. Damian Lillard's checked in for Avdia. Bain against Henderson.
5 to shoot.
Here's Black. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Portland leading. Lillard from outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers. Sharp against Banchero. Black kicks to Bain. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Portland leading by 5, and so in the game for the Magic, outside the wings are Suggs and Wagner. Batadze is out there with Mo Wagner, and it's Black in at the 1. A nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's got his first 2 points of the night.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Klingon when he's that close.
Bounce pass Black. Wagner against Sharp. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Here is Lillard. Pass to Klingon. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Sharp. Offensive rebound. Lillard from outside. That shot off. And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for the Magic. 7-point differential. Yes, that goes in.
Well, he's gotten his rhythm now. He's really looking comfortable in the second half.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Lillard looking around. Off target from three-point range.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
And it's Wagner missing. Portland leading by 5. Lillard outside. Sharp with it. 4 on the shot clock. Klingon was screened for Sharp. Second shot opportunity. He's off on that one. Nice defense from Wagner. And that one's good, Wagner.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Portland has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Lillard dishes to Henderson. Three-pointer, and Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Magic trail by 6. Wagner passes to Suggs. Batadze setting a screen for Suggs. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Sharp against Wagner. Black trains it from beyond the arc.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Trailblazers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Time to change for the Magic. Carter's checked in. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Allie, thank you so much. Now, here's Sharp. Henderson outside. Down low. And slam dunk by Kamara.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
The Magic trail by 7. Pass to Wagner. Wagner outside. Wagner with a screen for Wagner. Wagner kicks to Wagner. Clock at 6. They set the screen. Connects from three-point range. Black's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Magic.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
There's a screen by Kamara. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. A different look now for Portland. Abdias checked in for Toumani Kamara. Grant comes in for Sharp, and it's Drew Holiday in for Henderson. The Magic trail by 4. Now Black. Pass to Wagner. And here is Suggs. Guarded by Holiday. Lillard, right side. Shoots the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Lillard's got 30.
And that is killer instinct. Just continuing to pile it on.
Orlando's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Suggs passes to Wagner. Wagner trying to get open, and that one's good. Wagner. Wagner's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Trailblazers leading by 5. Grant outside. Back to Lillard. Outside Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard misses. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Suggs. Wagner on the wing. Wagner against Grant. Here's Black. Good. Nice job down low.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. At one point, they led by 16. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Banchero's checked in for Wagner. And it's Bain in for Jalen Suggs. Here's Avdia. Portland again missing.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Banchero finds Carter. Carter sets the pick for Bain. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Grant the pass to Lillard. This one for 3. Grant, that's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Yeah, Grant looking really comfortable and confident from that corner.
Orlando, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Bain, the bounce pass. Pass to Black. Carter kicks to Black. Bain for 3. Rebound by Williams.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Bain. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Orlando making some changes. Franz Wagner comes in for Mo Wagner. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Anthony Black. There's Wagner with the three.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Holiday, the pass to Lillard. Over Suggs. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Payne finds Suggs. Off target with the open look.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Well, it just shows you can do everything right and still come away empty-handed.
Well, a lot of people will say Grant's a glue guy, but I tell you, he doesn't need any glue tonight. He is doing this all by himself.
And Orlando has possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Back to Banchero. Payne inside the three-point line. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard, the pass to Grant. Back to Lillard. Williams, a screen on Suggs. Lillard dishes to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Lillard misses. Orlando's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Payne. Stolen by Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
The Magic trail by 10. Wagner outside. To end the drought. And the 3-ball is good. Wagner's got 21.
Creating spacing. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the night and his 2nd this half.
Pass to Holiday. Williams in the post. Carter on him. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Carter with a screen on Avdia. And there's the dunk.
Playing with some force on the interior. You gotta love Carter Jr. playing with that level of physicality.
Portland leading by 7. Now here's Lillard. Avdia, a screen on Suggs. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Banchero, no good on the free throw.
And the top pick in the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero excels with the ball in his hands as a playmaker or finisher.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Suggs, and he hits the jumper.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now, here's Lillard. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. From about 16, cleared away by Carter.
It's been a rough quarter for him, not efficient at all.
Now Suggs. Beyond the arc. It's good.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
Now Wagner. After the missed three from Damian Lillard. Avdia against Banchero. Suggs outside. Babe to take the lead. Doesn't get that one.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Now here's Lillard. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Williams, a screen on Suggs. Count it!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
You have to be smart here. If they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Dame, you routinely make shots that most players would not even attempt. What enables you to have that kind of confidence?
Sometimes in the summer, I work on the craziest things. You know, you never know what type of situation you're going to be in. You got to be prepared for it. You know, so I've worked on my fair share of crazy shots, crazy passes, and, you know, you don't make a high percentage of them, but I made one tonight.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks so much, Dame.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Robert Williams.